Cool. Eamon Khan here for seconds out with Josh Buatsi ahead of his date on the 1st of November. Joshua, good to see you. Zack Parker in the opposite corner. How are you feeling for the fight?
Yeah, it's something that I'm looking forward to now. I feel like I spoke to you in Manchester. I might have, or am I making up? Yeah, and I probably mentioned that I wasn't that excited at the moment, but for now, being less than 2 weeks away, it's something that I'm looking forward to. Of course, I've been away for months preparing for it, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I saw on your social media just some of the clips of the preparation you've been doing. Obviously, not you can't take too much from that, but I like Virgil's comments. He said he wanted to teach you the definition of true desire. Have you got that from Virgil yet?
Yeah, no, it was always there, but he's there to test it, so it makes camp interesting.
What's the definition of true desire?
I think it's just being disciplined, bro. Motivation will come and go. So being disciplined, I've said in other interviews, it's become so normal because yeah, there are mad sacrifices that I make, but it's very normal to say, oh, I'm going away for months. It's nothing new to tell my family and my close friends that I won't be available for this half of the year. And it's like cool, everyone gets it. But if we sit down and I break down what it involves, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a lot of dedication, that's a lot of sacrifices, but it's become very normal. So, you have to have the desire to do it, but also sometimes it's not about the desire. If you have the discipline to keep doing it, it becomes a lifestyle. So do I have the desire to run hard early in the morning? Not really, but I'm gonna get it done regardless. And we're not just gonna do any run; we're gonna run hard. So yeah, just being disciplined, really.
Isn't that what Usyk was saying after he got the undisputed heavyweight title for the second time round? He said he didn't have motivation; he just was disciplined. He just kept going. How
Yeah.
difficult is it to get into that mentality?
Um, yeah, I think it's not easy to get into, but it's possible. I'm not too sure how to answer whether it's hard or not, but um, I was saying that really sometimes it's not sometimes I didn't really have an option, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I didn't decide what I do and when I do it. I'm told what to do. So like a student, if you say show up at 10 a.m., I'm gonna show up at 10. If we're gonna train all day, we're training all day. If I'm resting today, I'm resting. So yeah, I don't really have a say in how I want my schedule to go. So I show up and I'm disciplined. If you want me to show up 10 times today, I'll show up 10 times.
Virgil said he wanted you to be angry at him. Have you been angry at him yet in this camp or previous?
All the camps, man. Yeah, all the camps. Like I said, his job is to provoke you where he can to get the best out of you. And yeah, it shows that in different ways. But we're near the end now, so I'm good. I'm happy.
So what does a flashpoint between you and Virgil look like? How do you trade words with him?
When you say a flashpoint, what do you mean?
Like what when you get angry at Virgil, what does that look like?
It's more of a look I give him, and he will read what I'm thinking, and he will answer back accordingly to say like, who cares? Like, get it done, And it's all more about a test, If you say you want it, he's gonna test how much you want it. So can you get the work done? Are you gonna complain? Are you gonna quit? You can't. You definitely can't quit, bro. Bro. That's not allowed. Do you know what I mean? It's not even an option, really. But are you gonna stop or are you gonna go all out? And we go all out, man. You give it 100%.
Glad you mentioned the words test, and I'm glad you mentioned the word quit. We'll get to that in a second. But first of all, I spoke to Zack Parker recently. Zack said to me he called this fight like United versus Liverpool. This was before United versus Liverpool happened, and he called himself Liverpool and he called you United. What do you think to that?
I don't even support United, but I don't care. I support Arsenal and Crystal Palace, but I'm not mad into football either. So yeah, Arsenal, Palace, whatever it is. As long as I'm on the winning team, then I'm good.
You support Arsenal and Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I support both of them.
How does that work?
Arsenal because when I came to England, my dad made me believe that was the only team to support, and I've grown to like them. And then Palace because I used to train literally like what 300 meters from where the stadium is. So whenever there's school, you'd hear the roars, and when there's a game on, there's nowhere to park and everything. I'm from Croydon, they're a Croydon team, so I'm always support them.
Jumping back to the word test, do you expect Zack Parker to? I don't want to use you and Callum Smith were at the level, so it wasn't a test either way. But do you expect Zack Parker to test you in the way that Callum Smith did?
This is still a good fighter. Every fight is a test, so I don't see it as he's less of a test or less of an opponent. So every fight has been a test. So this is going to be another one.
Have you watched Zack Parker's fight with John Ryder?
I've seen glimpses of it. Yeah.
A lot of hardcore boxing fans would have said that Zack Parker quit in that fight, or at least didn't try to continue. What's your take on it, considering the fight you had with Callum Smith, considering the fight you had with Marco Kalic, where you had a bust eye as well?
I think he stopped because he said his hand was hurting or something like that, right?
Hmm.
That's how he felt, and that's the option he chose, to do. And that's him as a man. I have nothing to say about it, to be honest.
Would you have done that?
If my hand was hurting,
Hmm.
bro, I stepped in the ring, right? So we're gonna thug it out and fight regardless.
You get the win over Zack Parker as you plan to do. What's the shot that you want to call off of the back of it?
There isn't one, honestly, but I have to win first. So
Mm.
that's as far as I've allowed my mind to go. It's as far as I've thought about. I talk about people setting goals and targets and aims, but the last few months, the only long term and short term and immediate goal I've had is November the 1st. I haven't got any other goals in life at the moment right now. It's
Hmm.
just to win on November the 1st. And I've always been like that with fights. I don't have a 5 year plan, a 2 year plan, a three. People have all these plans. I don't have that. Mine is always to win the next fight. So my next plan is to win on November the 1st. I haven't got anything further than that. I haven't looked that far.
Boxing fans have always planned for you to fight Anthony Yarde.
That without looking too much forward, that's a plan that I've always been interested in. And now that we have the same promoters, it should be a plan that should be easier to, make and schedule.
Are you, sorry, confident that that fight happens? Considering we're talking about yourself and Yard, we're talking about Fury and Joshua as two fights that might be ones that just pass us by.
I think so, definitely. Like I said, we're with the same promoters now, so it shouldn't be too difficult to make. Prior to that, we both had different promoters, so we think that right now should be easy to make.
Is that a case of even if Yard loses, you still fight him? Because some fighters would be like, look, you've had that last and I'm going here and you're going down.
Yeah, it's a fight that I've always been interested in. It's a fight that is one of those fights that you're right. If I stopped boxing and I didn't fight Yard, I'd be like, damn, there was this guy from East London that everyone always linked me with, but we never fought to find out. So yeah, it's one of those fights that regardless, I hope it happens before we both call it quits.
Got to push you as well. You talk about don't have those long-term or short-term or medium-term plans, but now it seems like the move has been coming from the African countries to host bigger fights in their countries, Ghana and Nigeria. I know that you want to fight there. Is that in your thinking as well?
Definitely my thinking, and it hasn't linked up yet because, of course, while that's happening, I'm also fighting. So I hope there'll be a time where I'm available and Ghana or Nigeria or one of the African countries are available, and then we can make it happen.
Joshua, just one last thing, and looking at the top of the tree in terms of Beterbiev and Bivol, thoughts about them having a trilogy and Bivol coming off of a back injury, which could potentially change him as a fighter. Back, obviously, a really important part of your body when it comes to the mechanics of boxing. How do you think Bivol will return from that injury? And do you think we'll see a third between the two of them?
Be honest, bro, I haven't been thinking about Bivol. He got an injury. Wish him all the best. I hope it goes well. I haven't. It's my mindset to be thinking how he's doing and how he will look. As you can imagine, I'm thinking about November the 1st.
No worries. Well, I'm looking forward to your fight, 1st November
So
against Zack Parker. Looking forward to it being an all-out war. Thank you for speaking to Seconds Out, Joshua. Wish you all the best.
appreciate that. Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
See you soon.